All right, goal today is to fix some clunking on the old RZR. Of 1, 2, 3 U-joints I gotta install. A great thing about having 30-inch tires on your RZR is I don't think I'm gonna have to jack this thing up. So this is gonna be a 12 mil, so take your impact, get that bad boy right out. So there is actually 2 clips, I'm assuming, one on that side and this side. So I'm just gonna try to grab like a pry bar. There we go, just like that. Camera shut off, but yeah, dustpan just kind of drops down. Okay, so now you will have access to the undercarriage of the old RZR, but at this point you can kind of check, I'm assuming, all 3 of those joints whatsoever inside of that. So I know my rear one's shot for sure, which I still got to get this whole thing out. So then you have your carrier bearing. This isn't as bad as the back, but there's still some play in this, and if I'm going to take the whole prop shaft off, you know, I should probably be doing this, but so it might make this a little bit easier, but I definitely have to get this carrier bearing assembly loose before I can actually push it back, right back towards the rear diff and get it off. All right, I'm not messing around with what's down there. I'm gonna take this dash, this part. There's gotta be a way to get to that bolt from here. Polaris knows how to make them. So that comes out just like that. This little push pin. So again, Polaris does it right. These come out super easy. Like you said, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those push clips, and then it's just also held in by a Torx, just like that. So yeah, so with that little thing out, it's nice. You can actually see exactly where the bolts are. So there's one right there. You can just take an impact to get off. Same on the other side. And then that should kind of loosen that up so you can kind of pull it towards the rear and get it off the front diff is going to be the game plan. So, all right, so I just got my impact. I think it's a 16 millimeter. Oh. And there's one more on the other side. Right in there, you guys can see, if it would focus. Right there, there's actually a screw right on the front of the U-joint that you kind of have to hit out with a punch. There we go, but it worked. I just kind of used that. So that shot out somewhere. Pin out. It's actually pretty easy just to kind of maneuver. You have your carrier bearing back here. I'm just kind of lifting it up like that, and then I'm just going to kind of pull it right straight off. Doesn't seem too bad, as you guys can see. It actually just fell off just like that. Alright, so I got the yoke off, as you guys can see, that bearing. And I can just pull this out, I'm sure. Just like that. With this little brake line clip, I had to take that off to kind of get at it. So, again, looking at it now, there is like some movement. Up and down a little bit, side to side, but it's really not that bad. I highly doubt that that's bad. Maybe it's like the yoke itself, like the threads inside of here are shot. I heard that's kind of like a normal thing for these Polarises. Same thing with these like CV axles here. As you guys can see, how this one just kind of moves, kind of clunks around. So again, inside, like the actual diff itself, threads, I'm assuming just over time and overuse, they just wear out, and you'd actually have to change that bearing inside of there. Some people just drive it, and I'm just going to drive it too. So maybe this is kind of just a waste of time to do this, but it's off now, so I'm doing it. Alright, I'm going to show you exactly how to change a U-joint on your RZR. So you got 2 snap rings on each side of the... Watch that, might take an eye out from someone. Again, snap ring right here. Little persuasion. Like that. Show you guys just like that. Watch your eyes. But just kind of pops out just like that. So as long as you guys don't have it on the actual prop itself, just kind of keep it on. You'll see the hard metal. All you're gonna do now is, if you want this one to pop out, you're just gonna hit on the top right here. So if you start that with a hammer, Again, you guys will see it's starting to kind of pry up a little bit. You just keep hanging on it. Don't hit on like right there. Just kind of do it here. And just like that, start to come out. So once I see it like that, flip it around if you wanted to. I'm just doing this to show you, but you could keep hammering it just like that, or you could take a screwdriver and you can kind of just take your hammer just like that, pry it out once it's almost done. Don't pop out just like that. So again, having a vise is kind of necessary for this. So if you don't have one, it's gonna be annoying for you. Just like that. All right, so now once you get those two off, you can kind of just sort of cockeye this out. There you go. So that's one side of it. We'll come back to that after. You're gonna hit the bottom, just like that. And you guys will see, it'll start popping off. So you just you can kind of twist it up too if you wanted to. Just like that. And it's that easy. This will just kind of pop off just like that. Just like that. So I like to do this spot outside. It's a little easier off the vise, but what you want to do is make sure these are all cleaned inside. If you have any like blemishes or anything, I would just take like a Dremel to them, clean it out, but that's the game plan. Alright, so once you have that, you get your new U-joint. Come with your 4 caps, and also come with a new nipple. So I like to do this first because there is grease inside of here. What you want to do is you actually want to put the nipple on and tighten it up so all that grease doesn't just come out. You just want to kind of tighten it up a little bit, just like that. Okay, all you need to do now is just kind of put it in just like that, and then you can start putting on your buttons. Now the buttons do come with some lube inside of them. I just want to add a little bit more. So again, like I said, you're just going to install these. You can put one button in on one side just like that. What I like to do is on the other side, do the exact same thing. Just kind of hand press it in, and then you're just going to take your hammer. Again, maybe you could put wood on top of this, but again, you just kind of want to hit them down just like that. Do the same thing to the other side. Remember to check this too. Again, both sides of the oat, and place it in just like that. Hand tighten, or hand push, I guess. So that one's all right. What you're gonna do is, again, you can sometimes do this with your hands. I find some of these have been hard. Like I'm putting a decent amount of pressure and I am struggling with that. So I usually just grab a little hammer. Try to keep it, level as possible. But you can just kind of hit it with a little hammer just like that, and then it will just snap on. Sometimes you need like a flathead or something like that. I just use this little chisel, and then it just snaps on just like that. You just do that with all the other 4. So when you're looking at this too, like it should feel kind of tight, like there should be some tension here. It's a brand new joint, right? So the more it gets used, the more the rubber's gonna wear down, but you want this tight. As long as it's not binding or anything or like super hard, but again, you're gonna feel some tension just like brand new rotors and everything as well. So now you're just gonna do the other side. So there's a little machine mark on the side. I'll try to post edit it in. Just try to make sure that that doesn't go past that little mark there. And again, it's hard for you guys to see because I'm trying to hold a flashlight and me at the same time. But it is just right here, okay? So make sure this snap ring right there doesn't go past that, and you're all good. So hopefully that helped you guys out. That's how you guys do U-joints on the old RZRs.